We're on our way to Bryce to do the figure 8 hike, which is what it's known as informally. There's actually 2 different trails that we're going to combine, and it makes kind of a figure 8, around 7 miles, but it really gets, it really shows you the main part of Bryce, the really spectacular area of Bryce Canyon. So we're going to do that, and we're going to take you with us, and hopefully it'll be a beautiful experience.
Going down there.
Lots of downhill to start the trail. But you know what that means? It can only mean one thing. Lots of uphill to finish.
That's what happens when you hike down into a canyon. So we're doing what's known as the figure 8 trail. What that pretty much is you start at Sunset Point, or Sunset Viewpoint. There's a big parking area with water and tables and bathrooms and lots of parking. And you head down on the Navajo Loop. You can either take Wall Street, which was closed today, so we did not take that. Apparently it's often closed. Or you can take Two Bridges side. We took the Two Bridges side. Lots of little switchbacks, pretty steep all the way downhill. And then you get down to the bottom and you take a little spur trail towards Peek-a-boo, and that's what we're on right now. You get the elevation gain done in the beginning, and then it's a little easier the rest of the way. And then from Peek-a-boo, we will head back up this little spur trail, and instead of going back up the Navajo Loop, we'll go the 1.6 miles towards the sunrise point and see the Queen's Garden Trail, which is supposed to be really pretty. So.
That was very well said, Courtney.
Well, thank you.
What do you think so far, Courtney?
This is amazing. It's breathtaking. It's just everywhere you look.
The higher you get, the better it gets.
Yeah.
All right, this totally doesn't suck.
No.
I think I said that at Valley of Fire too, but
yeah.
You know, both of these parks deserve that phrase.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we've done Valley of Fire, Snow Canyon, and Zion, and so we're kind of biased now because we've seen such beautiful things recently. But
we're used to all this scenery, but not quite like this.
This is still breathtaking.
And we aren't used to all these hoodoos. We're used to the red rocks.
The hoodoos just are amazing.
Not a bad place to have a snack.
That's Bryce Point. Or Whale Point.
Stop for a snack. Courtney, what do you have? Fritos?
I ate some granola and now I'm having some Fritos for some salt.
And me, of course, the Sweet Tooth vanilla cream cookies. I also had some trail mix before this. So we start at Sunset Point, Navajo Loop.
This side though.
Oh.
Because the Wall Street was closed. And then there, and now...
We're probably down here somewhere.
No, we're here. We're at
oh,
the
right
wall
there.
of windows.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
So we still go over here and up there, and then we head up this way.
And we're on the trail up to Sunrise Point, and look at this. It's like a, I don't know, it looks so barren. Well, that was quite a hike.
It was.
6.3 miles, 1,200 feet up and 1,200 feet down. Heck of a hike.
Yep, took us a little over 3 hours with about 20-25 minutes of resting. So
Yep.
hiking for about 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Yeah, with Bryce, you start at the very top and then you hike down into the canyon. And then do whatever else you're planning on doing down there in terms of hikes. And then you got to hike all the way back up to the top where you began. So that's just one of those things that you get when you hike at Bryce.
Yes.
So lots of incline and lots of decline.
When we were in the canyon, we noticed a strong campfire smell, and the canyon started getting hazy. So we
started getting
figured,
stronger, yeah.
Yeah, there might be a wildfire fire somewhere nearby. And then we turned the corner to head back to the Airstream, and let us show you what we saw.
So luckily the wind is going in the other direction right now, but if it does switch directions and it comes this way, there is a fairly major 2-lane road that it would have to cross, but strong wildfires can and they do cross roads. So if the wind changes, we may be getting up and leaving really quickly. We don't necessarily know where we would go yet, but that's always a threat, I guess, right now. So yeah, here we are. Airstream right in front of us. That wildfire is awfully close. Not close enough to immediately threaten us, but it's right across the street. Oh, this is fun. After discovering the fire across the street, we did two things. One, we filled up Clifford full of diesel in case we have to roll out of here quick and make some progress. We have a full tank of gas, well, full tank of diesel rather. And two, we looked on the Dixie National Park website to see if it may be like a controlled burn or something. Customary, or in common form, their website is completely useless. We couldn't find news more recent than something like 2011. So, Twitter to the rescue. We went online, we went on their Twitter website, or their Twitter profile, and sure enough, there's a controlled burn in progress as of 10 a.m. this morning. So that is what's going on right across the street. Controlled burns still can get out of control, so it's not something that we can just completely ignore. But it's not a out of control wildfire, and it's less likely that we'll have to move, especially if the winds continue blowing away from us rather than towards us.
Yeah, if the winds were blowing towards us, we'd move just because of the smoke, because that would be ridiculous. And I'm still a little nervous about going to bed with a fire across the street, and so I had Steve tweet back at them saying that we're camped across the street and we should be fine, right? And so hopefully whoever is on their Twitter account will let us know.
So once again, Twitter to the rescue. Websites for the national parks and really a lot of things. They're not necessarily going to be updated. So if in doubt, check Facebook, check Twitter, and they probably have those up to date.
Yeah, and there may actually be somebody who is in charge of looking at those.
They're a social media person.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping that we'll hear from them. Or if it started at 10 a.m., I don't know how long they normally have prescribed burns go for, but hopefully in the next few hours we'll see the smoke diminish and then we'll know we're fine to go to sleep. That's my big thing. I don't want to go to bed with any kind of fire burning across the street because we won't be awake to know if we need to move. So, but yay, Twitter.
Such is life, and well, there ain't nothing nice about nature.